Warm weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's check back in with Cedric Haynes for a look at your evening forecast. Cedric, how are we looking out there tonight and through this weekend?
Yeah, well, tonight, Matt, we've got calm conditions out there, but this weekend we've got more weather heading our way. So kind of enjoy the break because by tomorrow morning we'll have more precipitation moving in. We're likely looking at some valley rain with some gusty winds and some heavy mountain snow will be likely once again. We're probably looking at an additional foot or so in some of the higher mountains there along the Wasatch Mountains and, of course, the Uintas over towards places like the Bear River Range. So keep that in mind. Tough sledding up there, or maybe good sledding if you want to go up that way and enjoy the snow this weekend. Now, keep in mind there is going to be a high avalanche risk out there, of course, with this heavy, wet snow. It's not this light, fluffy, powdery snow that we like to have to be out there to ski on, but just keep in mind of that. And, of course, if you're in southern Utah, man, you're going to enjoy some beautiful weather as we go throughout this weekend. All right, let's look at those temperatures. They're not too bad out there. It's at 42 still in Salt Lake City. It's 38 in Ogden, 36 in Provo, Delta. We've got 38 in Emory and 45 degrees currently in St. George. So temperatures still in most places well above freezing, which is why we're having a tough time seeing snow down to the valley floors. It's just a little too warm for that right now. These are very borderline temperatures, even in the mountains for seeing snow out there. So our system from today pushing to the east, but we've already got our eyes on the next system that's knocking on the door there in Nevada. So you notice this past several days here, we've just had day after day of storm systems. Here's the one from today again moving away. Here comes the next one moving in. Now high pressure will hold most of that off for tonight. But as we go into tomorrow, like I said, that will start to pick up and see more precipitation returning to the area. So let's time it all out for you again here as we look at your high-resolution futurecast here. Again, in the morning hours, we'll start to see that moisture moving in. And again, you could clearly see here the heavy mountain snow that's going to be going on throughout the daytime hours on your Saturday. But also notice the persistent valley rainfall, and some of that will be moderate to heavy at times, along with some gusty winds. So we're going to have some cold rain in the valleys and a lot of heavy mountain snow showing up once again for us tomorrow afternoon. Notice going into tomorrow night, we continue with that before it tapers off early Sunday. Then we have our next system moving in. It's a cold front that will move in as we get towards your Sunday, bringing valley rain and mountain snow. And then it could switch over to snow showers even to the valley floors late Sunday night into Monday morning before all of this activity begins to wrap up. As far as travel impacts through your Saturday night, if you're going to be traveling along I-15 across the northern half of the state, do expect some wet roadways here. That will be a primary concern, especially throughout the daytime hours tomorrow. There will likely be some ponding on some of the roadways there across the Wasatch Front and the northern portions of the state. Now, if you're traveling south along I-15, you're going to run into a lot of dry weather as things will be drying out. The storm track will be shifting to the north, so areas, basically the northern one-third of Utah will see the precipitation. If you're farther south than that, as you get closer to I-70 and point south, it's going to mainly be dry. So enjoy that. Some pretty good travel weather there. But if you're heading up towards the benches, watch out for some slushy conditions. So we've given it the yellow light there. The canyons and the mountains, though, that's where you're going to have some road snow. And once you get up there in the mountains, we're talking heavy road snow with, again, an additional foot or so likely as we go throughout the day on your Saturday. So a lot of precipitation showing up out there. Of course, we'll be watching things closely, but be careful with that avalanche risk. And of course, the fact that if you're traveling on some of those mountain passes, those roads are going to be snow covered a lot. And it's going to be hard to keep up with it with 1 inch plus rates per hour moving through parts of the area. All right, St. George, here we go. Partly cloudy skies for your Saturday, 58 for your high, 61 on your Sunday with partly cloudy skies. And then notice as we get towards the new year, we'll start to cool things down as that system moves through. So highs will be near 50 by the time we get towards your Tuesday and Wednesday, which is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And look at those low temperatures as we ring in 2025 in St. George down into the mid to upper 20s. The Wasatch Front, we're talking valley rain and mountain snow off and on throughout the day tomorrow. Highs will be warmer, mid to upper 40s for your Saturday. Look at that, nearing 50 on Sunday. So as that next system moves in late Sunday, that's why it definitely will start off as rain, but then it gets colder by the time we get towards your Monday. So we could end as a few snow showers. And then notice after that, as we get towards the new year, highs in the 30s, lows into the 20s there. But the good news is at least it dries out as that colder air works its way on in. So this weekend, not the best one to be outside unless you're maybe up in the mountains and you enjoy that type of thing. Then it's your weekend. You're going to be in heaven.
Yeah, listen, definitely the only thing